There have been folks that have been assaulted right down here on the street, even across the street, and it takes Portland police a while to respond, or sometimes they don't respond at all.
Is that frustrating?
It is frustrating. It's frustrating for us to watch people be attacked on the street and know that we don't have the authority to be able to really step in unless there's some nexus to federal law.
Yeah, an exclusive conversation our Bill Melugin had with the director of ICE in Portland, Oregon, about the danger facing her agents amid the Blue City lawlessness. Let's bring in the post-millennial senior editor, journalist Andy Ngo, and former Pinal County, Arizona Sheriff Mark Lamb. Thank you both for coming on. Andy, to you first. I mean, you listened to Bill Melugin having that conversation with the head of ICE there in Portland. It's unusual, Andy, is it not, to see where state and federal law enforcement are virtually on separate teams?
Well, in Portland, where I'm originally from, the Democrats and Antifa have a symbiotic relationship. They both benefit when their political opposition, their shared enemies, conservatives, those who are supportive of the President Trump, are silenced either through violence or intimidation. Antifa act as the shock troops, and the Democrats in power will run cover for them.
Yeah, it's amazing to me, speaking of law enforcement, Sheriff Lamb, and not supporting each other. Here is Chicago Alderman Raymond Lopez. He said the following here, and I'll get your comment.
Local city agencies, the department buildings, police department, and others are not taking the necessary actions at the request of the mayor of the city of Chicago, Brandon Johnson. Neighborhoods want to be safe. They want to be free of these issues. And if it takes the federal government to make it happen, so be it.
It's amazing to me, Sheriff Lamb, because, you know, you look at the same concept here where you literally have a mayor in Chicago who would rather hate Trump than protect his residents.
Sadly, Trace, that seems to be the case with a lot of these Democrat-run cities. They're looking out more, they care more about the political standpoint than they do actually their people. And Portland is a perfect example of that. And now the laws they've passed in these states, whether it's Portland or Oregon or whether it's California, that prohibit local law enforcement from working hand in hand with the federal government. This is what the byproduct is. You know, I watched Bill's video where they arrested some Antifa soft body, and he was real tough and still he had cuffs on. Then he was crying and shaking. Look, we need local law enforcement to back up our federal partners and put cuffs on people when they're getting out of line.
And yet, Andy, you have a Portland City Council member coming out and saying that Portland needs more protests. Listen to her.
We know that there are more ICE agents on the ground now and that federal surveillance is at an all-time high. So here are some ways that you can protect yourself while organizing for your community. You should get a Faraday cage which blocks the signal from your phone. You should disable fingerprint and facial recognition technology to unlock your phone. I also highly recommend going to your local grocery store, buying a burner phone in cash, and using encrypted apps like Signal to communicate with people and having disappearing messages on.
I mean, it's kind of amazing where you have these locally elected people who want to keep stirring things up, Andy. I mean, keep putting these ICE agents in danger.
The political violence and dysfunction in Portland can be explained in part by the political leadership of individuals like that woman you just showed, and others who were in power 5 years ago during the BLM Antifa riots in Portland that turned deadly. They act literally as co-conspirators for their comrades who engage in violent criminal conspiracies.
Yeah, it really is. It appears like that. Sheriff, lastly, CNN talking to the president, as everybody knows, kind of declared war on these cartels. And here's CNN talking to a cartel member. Watch this closely.
Do you think what President Trump has been doing has been making your job tougher?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
But it's becoming more difficult, you think?
Yeah.
Yes is the answer. Yes, it is. And that's the whole goal of this thing. What do you think about going after the cartels?
Good. They are terrorists. They needed to be declared terrorists years ago. They have killed more Americans every year with fentanyl poisonings, over 100,000. What is it the Democrats deem as a threat to American citizens if it not fentanyl and other drugs that are killing Americans? These boats that you're watching right now getting targeted and exploded, they don't just do this willy-nilly. They have extreme amount of intel that goes into this. They know exactly what they're striking, and they are striking fear into the hearts of the cartels, and they are affecting the business, ultimately saving American lives. That is the job of the president. I think these people have been a greater threat to American citizens than any other nation has been or any other enemy. So I'm glad to see what is happening. Kudos to the president for having the guts to go out and go head on with these people that are actually taking American lives.
And when you're siding with the cartels, there's something wrong in D.C. Sheriff Lamb, thank you. Andy, no, thank you.